Hello. So, moving on from previous lesson on a basic brush pattern, what I want to look at today is how we might play a slower tempo. So for Jazz Ballad, perhaps. Same premise, we can split it up into two parts. We're going to keep the left hand fairly similar in terms of we're just playing circles. However, this time the right hand isn't tapping. The right hand is also playing circles. And the trick here is to have them not collide but work together, okay? However, because we're not having that tapping rhythm, we need to have a bit more of a pulse. So we need to incorporate a little bit of pressure into the circles at either end, or at the top, bottom, maybe a little bit in between if we want to mark out other things. But the added pressure is going to give us a bit more of a sweep, and it's going to give us, and the rest of the band, which is important, a better indication of where the beat is. We're going to have more flow throughout. One last thing that's worth noting is that the left hand is no longer going to be split into two, having 1, 2, 3, 4 at the top and bottom of the head. Instead, because it's a slower tempo, we're going to be having each beat have a whole circle. In order to get that more defined sweep at the top, to lay out where the pulse is, we're going to speed up slightly at the end and put a little bit more pressure onto the head. Okay? That is going to give us more definition in where the quarter note is, where the crotchet is, whatever you want to say. So, how's that look? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we add in the right hand. Pretty similar. We're just going to do the same. And what it's going to do is fortify the other hand, and it's going to give an overall rounder sound that feels smoother, hopefully, if we do it correctly. So, just the same. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we can combine them together. Notice that that hand's going the other way to the left hand. So, put them together, it's going to look like this. One last thing that's worth noting is how I'm arranging this so that they don't collide. What I like to do, which helps give me a better track of where the rhythm is, where the beat is in the bar, is by alternating which hand goes above when they get to the top. So I might start off with the right hand going over the left hand, like this, and then on the way back round, the left hand will go over the right, like that. Think of a Venn diagram, so the two circles, is that crossover in between, and as that crossover happens, one line has to go over the other. We just alternate that, okay? Take your time with this, work on it nice and slow, and build up your confidence, because you don't want to be playing a ballad with no confidence. You want lack of hesitancy, you want conviction in what you're playing, and that way you're going to get a nice smooth sound, and it's just going to melt like it should do on brushes. So, just to end, I hope you've enjoyed, and maybe I'll make another video on this, discussing what else we can do to add to it. Have a nice day.